All right, good evening, everyone. Me out there on Fligger Farm TV tonight as we're getting ready to with some qualifying for the Sim Racing Super Dirt Series here from Weedsport tonight. I thought this was a championship race. If you would have tuned into the broadcast last week, turns out no, we got one more week of this to go, and I was unaware of that because they are making a custom thumbnail for us for that race. So, for those of you that are tuning in thinking tonight is championship night, I am sorry to disappoint you. Got one more race for championship night, which is next week. I believe, if I heard correctly, that will be at the dirt track of Charlotte. On track right now, we got the number 999 of Corey Sibley laying down some times here. Trying to see up right now. It looks like he's second fastest with a 14.86. Juan Martinez with a 14.596. He's laying down the fastest time right now. Jack Henry here in the 171 with a 14.846 for his quick time. And he comes off of corner number 4. I'm unsure how many laps these drivers get. Got a minute. So it's a lone qualifying. They got a minute here left to go. On track to 71 of Brian Ordo. His quick time right now is a 14.73 and gets it ball dropping that up front. And it looks like Corey Sibley takes the fast lap with a 14.570 and Juan Martinez late 5.96. About 50 seconds left to go here. Michael Vitale sitting third with a 14.3, 14.50 for Tony McDonald. I'm sorry, Travis McDonald. Matt Schaefer with a 14.9. Matt Strong with a 14.93. Jake Henry, that number one, has a 14. I have a few drivers looking to come out on track. Matt Schaefer, Mark Strong, as Mark Strong's trying to lay down a time as he back, and he that last lap of here in that number 514 machine. As the clock winds down here for qualifying, we're going to move on. Michael Vitale. Matt Schaefer there in third. Jake Henry. Donovan Warner will start in fifth. Chris Martin in sixth. Blake Haley will be rolling off in seventh. Of Corey Sibley, our fastest time here tonight. Starting out front beside him is Michael Vitale in at number 213. And I want to welcome everybody to Fligger Farm TV. And I'm going to have to put a notification on the Facebook side. So if you're seeing us over on Facebook, let them Facebook know that you not be broadcasting there. With some of the new updates that as undertaking. And about third party starting live, so I gotta figure it out. But you can catch some of our races possibly on Roku as well at the Southern Broadcasting Gaming Network. I'm still getting everything up for it. Now everything up for us to broadcast over there. And we got a little bit of contact there with Chris Martin back there in the back. Getting into the back of the 170 Jake Henry. Get a little antsy here at the start of this one here tonight. Got 7 laps. Pace car pulls off there down and away here at Weedsport. Down here in the corner number 1. Corey Sibley getting a great jump along with Matt Schaefer as he gets to that inside. Even Michael Vitale out there to try to get back down. He does, and now he's behind Matt Schaefer there for that second position. Donovan Werner there in fourth. We saw Jake Henry kind of slide back a little bit. He's up in that outside wall where he does not want to be, as he's all the way back now into that final fast position. At 277, he was antsy on the start, getting up here into that fifth position. 6 laps to go here in heat number 1, as Jake Henry's going to pull it off into the pits as we there in the top of the screen. Here comes Donovan Werner, though, trying to get up there at number 80, 93 on the score. Make something happen for that third place finish, as Michael Vitale's working to the side of Matt Schaefer as they're working down through 4 out here onto the front stretch once again. Here comes Matt Schaefer trying to get up there to Corey Sibley. Corey Sibley kind of out on his own right now in heat race number 1 as they come down here into corner number 3 and 4 and then back across into the start-finish line. Matt Schaefer still trying to gain on them as they work down through 1 and 2 once again down onto the backstretch. Michael Vitale works off a 2 down through this curved backstretch, or kind of curved backstretch, call it, down through 3 and 4, off a 4 up the front stretch. Michael Vitale still right in there in third. Donovan Werner sitting fourth. Looks like Chris Martin has also pulled it to the pits. Blake Bailey there in fifth now, and that number 11 machine, or 111 machine. Donovan Werner here in that number 80 as Blake Bailey pulls it into the pits. As this is the final lap, here we go. Who's going to lay it all out on the line as we're down to 4 drivers here coming off of turn number 4. And it's going to be Corey Sibley out front, Matt Schaefer in second, Michael Vitale in third. Takes the win here. Race number 1. Some results to show. As we see, Corey Sibley takes home that first position here in heat race number 1. Matt Schaefer in second, Michael Vitale third, Donovan Werner in fourth, Blake Bailey there in fifth, Chris Martin in sixth, and Jake Henry finishing there in 7th. Now here for our starting grid for heat race number 2, as Juan Martinez starting first. Second goes to Travis McDonald. Third for Mark Strong. Fourth, Brian Orto. Fifth, Jason Coffey. Jennifer Brown starting in 6th, and Joe Wilcox rolling off in 7th. As the grid is rolling now, here with Juan Martinez in that number 4 machine, our second fastest driver here tonight in qualifying, as he's got Travis McDonald his out in that number 8, who's been strong pretty well all season, along with Martinez. Martinez, another strong competitor, a lot of strong racers here in the Sim Racing Super Dirt Series. These are the big block modified, so they're not the little gates, they are the big blocks. As pace car comes off, here we go. We're getting ready to rock and roll, and they're getting a little bit antsy off of 4, 3 wide almost as they come down here into corner number 1. That's the 180, I believe, of Jennifer Brown trying to get moving up through there. He's in the number 10 machine here tonight. Brian Orto there in 6th as he's getting some problems. Not sure what's happening there as he's up to the back. Joey Wilcox there in 6th. Jason Coffey there in 5th. Up here towards the front, though, Travis McDonald is there with Mark Strong as they're battling side by side, almost coming off a 4 down here in corner number 1. Travis McDonald starting there on the outside. We saw this in heat race number 1 as well. That outside lane just could not get to that inside where they wanted to be quite off the start, so that handed it over to that inside lane as they are working here on lap number on this. Oh, 5 to go. Here as they come off of 4, it will be for this time for Juan Martinez, who's out there in first. Mark Strong second, Travis McDonald third, Jennifer Brown in fourth. Brian Orto is going to call it a night, and he's the pits. And Joey Wilcox here in 6th. Jason Coffey 5th. So up front, everybody's still single file as they come around corner number 1 yet again. At number 4, Juan Martinez out front. Mark Strong in 2nd, Travis McDonald in 3rd. Still trying to chase everybody down. Jennifer Brown in that number 10 machine or board, trying to make something happen here as they come off before 2 laps to go here in heat race number 2. Juan Martinez still out front with Mark Strong chasing him down. And right behind Mark Strong is that number 088 of Travis McDonald. As we said, if you're here to watch Brian Ordo, he is currently in the pits trying to make some adjustments to that car for the B mains, or for the mains coming up. As we're on the final results here, or unofficial results, looks to be Juan Martinez, Mark Strong, Travis McDonald, Jennifer Brown, Jason Coffey, Joey Wilcox, and Brian Ordo being your order, but we'll get the official results here in just a quick moment. As you see the finishing results there as on screen, Juan Martinez, Mark Strong, Travis McDonald, Jennifer Brown, Jason Coffey, Joey Wilcox, and Brian Order. That is your here for heat race number 2. And it looks like we're jumping clear to the B main here this evening. So quick racing here at Weedsport. As we've jumped the rest of the heats, we've jumped all the mains up to the B, which means we're about ready for the race after this. And left here in the B main for the SRSDS Big. And they're off. Jennifer Brown out there on that high side in that number 180 up there against that pace truck. Not sure it'll be that close. I know I'd usually end up falling a little off, kind of like you see there, lights of Donovan Warner there on the inside, and that number 93 on the scoreboard. Pace truck's going to roll off, and they will get ready to roll here for the B main. And that inside lane, just like in the heats, gets that nice jump with Blake Bailey working there on the inside, getting that second place away from Jennifer Brown, who's working that outside. And you see that number 93 of Donovan Warner working that out pole position. As we got a little bit of contact back here in the back between Jennifer Brown and the number 77 Martin. Caution is out. Joey Wilcox in the 146 of Jason Coffey going around. They were taking a look at it from the chopper cam over top of us here tonight. You see that 146 getting a little loose into that corner. I think the 15, I'm not sure if he just checked up and the 15 up enough behind him. But Joey Wilcox gets the back of Jason Coffey out of corner number 2 here at Weedsport. Everybody's still running. We still got 7 laps to go here in the B main. A single file for the moment. We'll see if they get doubled up here. Lights are out. They're getting double file. We're going to be going green next time by. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Platform TV on the pole here tonight. Live from Weedsport here for the SRSDS Big Blocks tonight. We're on our first caution of the evening here in the B main. Everybody's pretty much minding their own things here through the heats now that we're into the B main. Green flag is out. Blake Bailey working there on the outside in that number 111. Now Chris Martin going to try to work that bottom side. Pushes the 111 of Blake Bailey up the racetrack a little bit. Bailey still trying to work hard as he now gets it down to the inside. Coming out of 4 here in the corner, number 1. as he's trying to get underneath the 77 of Chris Martin, and he does. Gets that second position back. Chris Martin now wants to try to get back under the inside. Ends up tagging that inside wall. Had to let off of it. Got a couple drivers tagging that inside wall coming through 3 and 4 as we're back down here in the corner number 1 and 2. 77. And caution is out. We'll have to see what is going on with that. Looks like Jason Coffey once again having problems along with Jennifer Brown. As it looks like the 71, Brian Ordo just comes in a little hot. Tags. Number 180 or number 10 of Jennifer Brown around. Coffey is in the Blake Bailey now out here up on the outside once again to start. But at number 80 of Donovan Werner in that number 93 on the scoreboard. As we're on our second caution of the night here at Weedsport for the Sim Racing Dirt Series Big Block Modified. And again, I'm sorry if you guys tuned in last week about it being a championship night tonight, but unfortunately the true championship night is next week from today, at the dirt track of Charlotte, if I'm remembering the conversation correctly. I have a spectacular turnout there, hopefully, for the finale of the season. Lights are out. Looks like we're going single file restart. With 5 laps to go here in the B main. And they're down and away to number 80, or Jonathan Werner there, going down into corner number 1. Hot on his heels is Blake Bailey getting a nice jump to the inside as they get off to the restart. Looking to the bottom side now of Jonathan Werner as they work through Chris Martin now in third, looking on. And Jonathan Werner now is in trouble on his inside. That Blake Bailey machine, number 11 machine, 111 machine, really doing some work trying to get around him down there. As we come to the final lap, and we've lost them for a quick moment. There you see them back. And Blake Bailey out front. Donovan Werner as they come off 2 to go here. Final lap this time. As Blake Bailey is out front. Werner there in second. Chris Martin there in third. Got Jake Henry hard on his heels as he spins out Chris Martin. So Chris Martin there on the inside. That's not going to bode well for that. As now Blake Bailey up here takes the win here in the B main. With Donovan Werner there in second. Jake Jennifer Brown finishing in fourth with Brian Ordo fifth and Joey Wilcox. We're waiting on our official results here. Our official results. Blake Bailey in first. Donovan Werner second. Jake Henry there in third. Jennifer Brown fourth. Brian Ordo fifth. Chris Martin there in seventh. And Coffey eighth. The warm-ups are now underway here at Weedsport. A few minutes here before the feature as everybody's coming. Trying to get them setups dialed in here. Get comfortable with the cars. As we're getting set here tonight for the main feature of SRSDS Big Block Modified. All right, we're ready to rock and roll here for the main event here tonight. As we got a slower field, and I want to say that's partially probably due to Weedsport. As we'll get a look at our starting grid, as we got Corey Sibley out there in first, one more team in second, and third. That's going to be Matt Schaefer with Mark Strong there, and fourth, Michael Kelly there in fifth, Travis McDonald in sixth, Nick Bailey in seventh, Donovan Warner there in eighth, Henry ninth, Jennifer and Brian Order 11, Joey Wilcox there in 12th, and 13th, that's Chris Martin, and in 14th, Coffee. Just waiting for that flag to go. Hopefully, out here tonight. Let's If anybody has any ideas that might be able to help Flicker Farm TV here, I'm open to any suggestions, and I'm still having issues with my SKU jumping through the roof. I'm unsure exactly what's causing it. I have not been able to dial it in. My screen rates are my frame fine. My internet's. I'm unsure what's going on to where all of a sudden I'm running fine and then my not figured it out yet. If it's a cable provider, internet, I'm unsure on that. Lights are out on the pace track one more time around. 14 cars here tonight in our A main. 40 laps is the distance. There for the Sim Racing Super Dirt Series Big Block Modifieds. Couple strong competitors out there on that front row this evening. How this goes as Sibley gets the great jump here. And we've got drivers already passing there right before the start finish line. Had some trouble there for some of the drivers. Not sure if they got a black flag for that or not. Some of the radio chatter as the battle is going to up here. And we got Blake Bailey and Donovan Warner having problems. Out here off the start, looks to be got Blake Bailey there in the 111, and then the 80 comes up into him. That's the 93, Donovan Warner, and 171 gets into the back of Donovan Warner. Got a couple drivers back here, run around on the track. They're going to get them cars refired and back underway. For a moment, I thought my screen was froze up. I'm like, what in the world? We're red flagged? What's going on here? Henry going into the pits as they're all waiting for that pace truck to come around. There you see the Matt Schaefer out front. Corey Sibley now comes around, take that position. Everybody kind of checked up. Pace truck. Juan Martinez up there on the outside. Matt Schaefer there in third. Mark Strong fourth, and rounding out your top five, that's going to be Michael Vitale. On to the rest of the top 10, you got Travis McDonald, Jennifer Brown, Brian Ordo there in 8th, Joey Buck 9th, and in 10th position is Jason Coffey. He works off Ford. And lights are still on the pace truck. Now they're out. Now they're going to be ready to go. Green flag back out. They're going down into quarter number one now. Corey Sibley out in front. Juan Martinez there in second. We got Mark Strong there coming out strong on the outside. That's Schaefer on the inside, getting a little loose there through 1 and 2. And we got Juan Martinez trying to make it happen out there in front. Trying to get underneath at Corey Sibley, but Corey Sibley hanging strong on that pole position. Everybody's starting to get it figured out here as we're running here the A main at Weedsport, as the 088 of Trap McDonald gets a little more sideways than what I'm thinking he probably wants to be as they roll through 3 and 4. That number 11 of Blake Bailey on the outside. There you see 21 rather, of Brian Orto, as McDonald's getting a little problems off before again, gets tagged from behind now, up into the outside wall. That's going to bring out another caution. That Trap McDonald ends up into that outside wall. As we'll see, Trap McDonald not quite there. Check up, getting into 1, tagged from behind by the 80, then up into that outside. Everybody's lining up, double foul. Trying to see where that pace truck at, see if I can eyeballs on whether the lights are on or off. Looks like they are off as we're coming through 1 and 2. And them stacked up side by side once again. Again, we got 40 laps here. We're going to caution number 2 of the A main. We had 2 cautions in the B main. As we're running through 3 and 4, drivers getting ready to rock and roll here. Off the corner, number 4, it is going to be Corey Sibley getting that jump with Juan Martinez to his outside. And here comes Mark Strong on that inside lane. Everybody's stacking up, coming off of 2. And down here in the 3 and 4. Got him 3 wide there. You see the 111 getting a little bit in trouble as he has to dive it down there on the inside. Has to get it collected once again. Does so down through here, 1 and 2, back out onto the backstretch here. There you're looking at that number 80/93 of Donovan Werner. Number 15 of Joey Wilcox out there to hit his outside. And still up front, that's Joey Wilcox with Mark Strong sitting here in 4th. As they're battling really hard, almost 3 wide there off of the corner. Mark Strong had to check up, and there you see him going around, the 10 going around. And Michael Vitale in at number 213 getting collected. Here we go. 3 wide, trying to force it down there on the bottom. They cut down right on the nose of the 514. And unfortunately, he had to check up, and nobody behind him had time to check up. Unfortunate break there for those drivers. We're caution number 3 here in the big blocks tonight at Weedsport. That's right, the double file. We're going to get green flag racing another time. Coming out of 4. Let's hopefully we can get a nice green flag run here. They come out of 4. It's going to make a lap 10. Get off okay, I think. We're watching some of these back here at the back. At the 15 into the outside wall. They elect to back up. A lot of green cars back there towards the back that I can see. As Mark Strong and Joey Fox having problems. Have Mark Strong come back here to 13th. And Joey Wilcox about 9th. That 15 machine. Still up front, though, it's Corey Sibley with Juan Martinez coming up there behind him. Matt Schaefer there in 3rd. Devin Brown there in 4th. With Donovan Werner in 5th. Those are your top 5 drivers as it stands right now. Please make sure everybody's enjoying the racing here tonight. They're putting on a show here so far. We've had 3 cautions. Hopefully we don't see any more, but it very well could happen. Chris Barton out of this one in that number 2-7. As we got a battle heating up here for a second between Juan Martinez and Matt Schaefer. As Martinez to that outside wall, that's almost guaranteed to hand that spot over to Matt Schaefer. Now as Jennifer Brown going to try to work up here and get that position away from Martinez as well. And that number 10 machine and that number 93. Donovan Werner coming up there in his position. As now Brown up into the outside wall. That's going to hand the 5th place over to Donovan Werner. Brian Ordo now in 5th as he's getting up there to the 93. And he's got Michael Vitelli looking to his inside as they come down here into number 1 and 2. We get another time. We've got 24 laps to go, and the 71 is up and on its side. Brian Ordo not having quite the 91 as he is on his side, unable to get back down on all 4s as he went and had a little bit of wall riding. Not quite how Brian Ordo had it pictured here tonight. He comes down here in the corner number 1 and 2. Slides up, gets into that outside barrier, and just slowly rides up until it's on its driver's side. And unfortunately, that is all it's going to write for Brian Ordo here tonight. And that number 1 machine back on its feet, get it checked over, and back out onto the track. As Joey Wilcox is out now as well here tonight. Brian Ordo sitting in the pits. Corey Sibley, Matt Schaefer now your front row as Juan Martinez has fallen back to 3rd with Donovan Werner now to his outside. Michael Vitelli sitting in 5th. Jake Henry 6th. Jennifer Brown in 7th. Jason Cox 8th. Blake Bailey in 9th. And Mark Strong sitting in 10th rate. Brian Ordo still sitting in the pits. Wilcox is still out. Lights are out on the pace truck. Everybody side by side getting ready here for the restart. Who's going to get the better restart here as they come off of 4? It looks like Sibley's going to get a great restart. But they're side by side as they work out of 4. Out of 2 as we're trying to get them back here on track. And sorry for this. Unsure exactly what's happening to my skew as that seems to be my issue. And I haven't figured out exactly how to straighten it out yet as everything else is running perfect. As we got Juan Martinez there on the inside, losing a couple spots now as he's falling back to 4th. And Donovan Werner up to 3rd. Michael Vitelli now working on Martinez as they come through 1 and 2. That 213 looking to the inside. Martinez back up there into that outside wall. Got to try to keep it collected. Does as now Kelly gets around. So Martinez having a light issue here tonight trying to run that high side, ends up getting that outside wall a few times there, as you see through 1 and 2. Driver's really putting it up there in the wall. You saw how close Vitelli got as he worked through the wall 1 and 2. Now look at this. Martinez way up there against the outside rim once again. Is inside, I thought was looking at 171 as they come through the corner. That's about a battle going on back here for 8th and 9th. And up and going on as well. Out front, though, it's still Michael Vitelli, Donovan Werner trying to chase each other down as the Matt Shaper is going to be under fire from Donovan Werner as they all chase the 999 machine. Of Corey Sibley, caution, it's back out. We got Martinez Brown more involved. There you see Martinez back up there on the high side. Must have had some problems once again going through 1 and 2 as he gets up into that outside wall, gets it spun around, and the 10 comes in and nowhere really to go and gets in the driver's side of Martinez. Martinez now back into the pits. Corey Sibley doing a great job hanging on to this with 18 laps to go here tonight as we're under our 5th caution. Our running order so far is Corey Sibley first, Matt Shaper second, Donovan Werner third, Michael Vitelli and fourth. Jake Henry and fifth. Nick Bailey sixth, Jason Coffey there. Mark Strong eighth, Pat McDonald ninth, Brian Ordo in 10th, and Martinez in pit road. Brown is out. So waiting to see what's going to go on with Martinez. As our skew has decided to jump through the group once again. We're back here, though, at Weed. Lights are out. We're getting ready to rock and roll here. Hopefully to finish this one out here tonight. As these drivers are doing a great job here tonight. I'm not actually sure why the roof of these cars look a little green to me tonight. They absolutely do in certain areas. As green flag is back out, they're dacking underway. Corey Sibley out to a great start once again. As Donovan Werner gets a great start as well down there on the inside. He's battling beside the 83 of Matt Shaper. Matt Shaper trying to hold on outside lane though. Donovan Werner doing a great job there on his inside, and we're down into corner number 1 and 2. Michael Vitelli sitting there in fifth as he's going to try to stay right on Matt Shaper as they come through 3 and 4 now. He's going to try to make sure he sticks as he's going to get around there as he's there up against the bumper. There you see the 111 machine of Blake Bailey getting that bottom side to work as they're coming up there. Trying to get up there to that 83 machine. So Blake Bailey doing a great job working his way up, but Vitelli not going to have much of it as they're working off of 2 once again. At number 1, Blake Bailey. A wonderful job here tonight. Down there on the bottom side of the racetrack as he's going to try to get it slid up in front of Matt Shaper. Almost does, but Matt Shaper gets it back to the outside. And here comes Blake Bailey. Not sure if he's still hurt. I think he's worried about throwing that flag job up there. Yeah, he's got it this time and ends up getting put a little bit into that outside wall as Shaper. Give him a nice little kiss coming out of 4 now as they're coming through 1 and 2 once again. Bailey falling back just a tad as that number 80 or 93 of Donovan Werner now working on the inside. Kelly gets around them as they were coming down here into corner number 1 and 2. Almost 3 wide there once again as they split around the 80. Michael Vitelli there on the outside. Big Bailey on the inside as Bailey still battling there for that 3rd position. And as you figure, 999 of Sibley still out front here tonight as all this chaos is going on behind them. Here as they come out of 2 down here now into 3 and 4. It's going to be that 11 of Blake Bailey trying to get up there to battle Matt Shaper. As the 213 of Vitelli gives Big Bailey a little bit of a kiss coming down here in the corner number 1. Gets into the gas, gets around them, and they come off of 2 Down here coming into 3 and 4. It is going to be Michael Battelli there on the outside now as they're trying to keep it together. Michael Battelli now up here in third place, right behind the 83 of Matt Schaefer. But here comes Blake Bailey once again on that inside lane. He can get, if he can hit these corners right, he does get a great run out there on that inside. But we got Jason Coffey and Brian Ordo around back here towards the back. So here we go. There you see the 71 of Brian Ordo, and that's the 146 of Jason Coffey. And the 71 of Brian Ordo just gets once again having problems here tonight. So here you see number 9 of Sibley still out front. We're under our 6th caution of the night. Watching the on the pole episode here on Figure Farm TV as we're bringing you live big block modified racing from Weedsport tonight with Sim Racing's for Dirt Series. And like I said before, I thought tonight was championship night, but I was wrong on that. That is actually next week, as I think we Charlotte Motor Speed. And Monday night, be sure to check Flicker Farm TV out as well, as we're picking up at 9:50. Get everything set and ready to rock and roll with that. And we're foul here. 8 laps to go in A main. Here he comes. 7 laps to go now. As we're back. Green flag racing. Corey Sibley out front. Matt Schaefer there in second. Michael Battelli third. Blake Bailey there in fourth. Donovan Warner and fifth. As everybody single file here working through 3 and 4. But Bailey down there on that inside. Really getting that inside lane to really work for him. As he's to the inside of Michael Battelli. Side a little bit. Got to get it up. Try to not to lose much ground. As we're storming down here in the 4. Off of 4, it's going to be the 83. Matt Schaefer still hanging on to that second position as he's getting the run, but Blake Bailey run now off of 2 as they come down through into 3. And Blake Bailey getting that run off of 4 now as Sibley into that inside wall. Sibley may have some trouble here as Blake Bailey getting there onto his inside. We may have a race here for the win as Bailey getting that inside lane to work underneath Sibley as they come through. Where Sibley knows he got company. As Blake Bailey now down here in the 1 and 2, really cutting that corner sharp. Matt Schaefer sitting there in third, just hoping maybe one of these two guys will take each other out. 3 laps to go as we come down into corner 3 and 4. Bailey still sitting there in second. There you see the lines, cars coming off of the corner. Henry back here in 6th. Matt Schaefer in third, with Blake Bailey still there in second. As Corey Sibley now puts a little bit of distance as we've got 2 laps to go. Now it's going to come around to the final lap here as they come off corner number 4 down into corner number 1. It is going to be Corey Sibley. Can he keep the lead between him and Blake Bailey as they come through the backstretch down here on 2, 4. Off of 4, it is going to be the number 999 of Corey Sibley out there in front with Blake Bailey there in second, Matt Schaefer in third. Wait and see your final results here. And they should up here. Corey Sibley first, Blake Bailey there in second, Matt third. Donovan Warner there in fourth, Michael Battelli in fifth, Jake Henry sixth, Mark Strong in seventh, Jason Coffey there in eighth, Travis McDonald 9th, Brian Ordo in 10th, Juan Martinez there 11th, Jennifer Brown in 12th, Joey Fox 13th, and Chris Martin finished tonight in 14th. So here's your top 3 finishers here tonight. Corey Sibley there to the right side, Blake Bailey in the middle, and Matt Schaefer there in third. We're going to see if we can get drivers here Or find us here. There's Matt Schaefer, our third place finisher. Good evening, Matt. How are you?
Oh,
Hear me okay?
yep, I got you now.
Alrighty. How is your night going tonight?
Not too bad. I mean, I got past there for second uh, by Blake, which he made a good pass on me. Car kind of went away, but I'm happy with the podium, and it's nice coming out this race with the points lead.
Oh, you definitely put on a show here tonight, and Blake came on strong there at the end. I wonder if Sibley was a little worried there.
I look like it. I mean, I see him hit the inside wall a couple of times. I think he was trying to not screw up or just try to be, or try to be as fast as he could. And I think he might have heard Blake in his ear.
I'm sure he did because Blake was there a couple of times here tonight. But for you, Matt, it was a great run there tonight. I think you start. Looks like you started third. You finished third, so you didn't really nothing here. How are you feeling going into the championship night next week?
Charlotte's tough track for me. I mean, I'm feeling pretty confident. I try to extend my points lead just a little bit, or not. Actually, I kind of lost a little bit tonight because I think Corey was in second, and then Donovan was in. No, I'm sorry. I think Corey was in third, and Donovan was in second, and I was the point leader coming in. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I want to finish top five tonight. I think if I finish top five next week, I'll wrap it up. But it's going to be tough. Going to the championship round, a lot of good competitors here.
Been a lot of good along and a lot of great races all season. And for Weedsport, not too bad tonight.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, we had a lot of incidents in past races. I think tonight was actually fairly calm. I'm not sure exactly how many cautions we had, but I think it was a lot less than 11 than we had a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we had 11 at Eldora, and we only had 6 here.
Oh, okay. So that's a big improvement. I think once you start weeding out the culprits, the racing's a lot better too.
And everybody's learning how to go without mirrors.
Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of using my audio as far as if I knew a car was inside me or outside me. Um, so I mean, that definitely helps you. I really have to pay attention and have your Discord turned down and have your volume up so you can hear the cars behind you and if they're on the left side or right side of you. And when Blake made that pass, I thought I was low enough. I didn't think he was going to get by me on that low side, and he really surprised me. So I mean, he made a tremendous pass on me for second. Kudos to him.
Who's your sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to here tonight?
Oh, oh, of course, I like all my admins here that putting on the show. Travis, Cody McDonald, Juan, Brian Ordo, everybody back at the shop at Ham Speed. You got Nick Ham, you got Kenny Cudney, you got Cameron Turtle, you got Damian Ward. Um, who else am I forgetting? I think that's just about it. I got Damian Ward's Symptography. Um, Verizon for keeping me employed. Thanks to my dog for allowing me to race and being good. My wife for allowing me to race. Both my parents, my sister, my nieces and nephews. And thank you for putting on the broadcast.
Oh, it's always a pleasure to be here and putting it on, and been a very, very busy day for yourself as well. So sure you're going to be heading off here, getting celebrate your victory, and then heading off to bed. I'm thinking, but my night's
Yeah,
not over yet.
yeah, got an early day tomorrow for my 9 to 5 job. So got some testing to do for tomorrow. But yeah, I don't what time is it here? I might maybe run the 10 o'clock here, the 10 o'clock official at Eldora, but then I might go to bed. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, and thanks again for putting on the broadcast.
Oh, you're very welcome, and have a great night.
Thanks, man. And I also want to thank all my competitors. I want to thank Corey Sibley for or congratulate him on the win, Blake for finishing second, and Donovan for finishing fourth. You know, they're great competitors, and I also want to thank Mark Strong for not getting into me. Coming out of two there, I thought I was clear, but I think we kind of met in the middle, and he put his brake on, so he wouldn't run into me. So, you know, thanks to him, I also, you know, want to send him some shout outs, just because if he would have taken me out, I probably wouldn't have finished fourth. So thanks to all my competitors for racing clean.
Well, it definitely was a pretty good race here tonight. You enjoy that third place, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, man. Hope to talk to you next week. Take care.
With Matt Schaefer, our third place finisher. Now, for our second place. Good evening, Blake. How's it going?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm going well here. You almost had a run at the 999 tonight, but
yeah,
that car looks to come on pretty strong there toward the run. Back just kind of take us through your night.
Really, I think the lap one getting taken out, which Donovan said he was sorry. I don't care. He used to be a teammate or whatever, but he's a really good friend. It kind of helped me out, and I kind of just saved the rest of the race. Gave me enough tire really to stay with them all.
Gave you enough tire there at the end for sure, as you're making a decent run at Corey, but almost couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, he hit the inside wall and messed up a little bit, and I caught him, and then right into the next corner, I hit the wall too and screwed that all up. But yeah.
Oh, great run there, and I understand you're okay in points all here going into the championship night. Do you have a chance at it or not?
No, I don't even think I have a shot at anything. I'm just really here to support Cody and Travis and them, and that's pretty much it.
Here to have fun, right?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, who's your sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
I want to thank our team MDM, Max Dig Mafia, Speed Ranch, Hills Welding, my mom, my dad for letting me do this, and my girlfriend for coming and watching.
That's always having some support in the booth, in the stands watching. Had a great run there tonight. Hopefully, you can run next week. Charlotte next week.
Charlotte's my track, so yeah, you'll definitely see me there.
The question's going to be: are you going to be up front today?
As long as we don't have anything happen, I think we'll be up there.
Alrighty. Have a good night there, Blake, and we'll catch you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Now our second place finisher, Blake Bailey. Good evening, Corey. How's it going here in Victory Lane?
As long as we don't have.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. How's it going in Victory Lane here tonight?
Oh, it's going pretty good. I think we had a solid race tonight.
Blake Bailey give you a little bit of a scare there towards the end of the run?
Yeah, honestly, I was under driving it, trying to not slide my tires and not use them up, and then I clipped the wall. But I think I clipped the wall coming out of 4, and I kind of swung wide just to get my momentum back up and saw him on my inside, and I'm like, oh, don't throw it away this late in the race.
Yeah, that turn 4 wall can come out and bite you.
Yeah, I was doing good. I was happy with how I was running it, and then I just changed it up just enough to make it difficult on myself. I think if I would have just kept it like I was going, I wouldn't have had any issues. But overall, no, it was a good race. I was happy I was able to keep the lead, and I was happy he raced me clean too. I mean, I'm sure if he wanted to, he could have swung into turn 1 and used me up and got by me, but he raced me clean, and I think overall it was a pretty good night.
It was a great night of racing to watch. I definitely put on a show here, but I know there was only drivers, but sometimes a fewer numbers can put on just as good as racing.
Yeah, yeah, it can be a quality over quantity thing. I've seen plenty of
Exactly.
races that got 25 to 30 guys, and it's just miserable to be in personally. You're cutting out, man.
Oh, I said, are you having any? You have any sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, CFM Esports. They build my setups. Obviously, this is a fixed league, but other leagues. You want to go to cfmesports.com, use Sibley as your discount code, get you 15% off, gets me a little recognition with the team. Bill's Built Race Cars, local dirt modified builder here in Wichita, Kansas. In my opinion, they sell the best chassis you could buy. Dirty Rhino Weldings, my personal kind of hobby shop. Bowman Designs, dude does great paint jobs. I always say it adds like 10 horsepower. Um, my wife, she supports me doing this. Buddies that watch, I think Jim and Charlie are probably in the audience. You for putting on the broadcast, the McDonald's for putting on the league, and just anybody who sticks around and watches. Overall, it's a good time.
A great show here tonight. It seems like you had a great car on your side here tonight at Weeds. What can you expect going into Charlotte next week championship?
It depends if you get good Charlotte or rough and miserable Charlotte. It's kind of with the way they've done the updates, it's about 50-50. If you get a real rough track, it almost makes it hard to run multiple grooves. You're just going to find the smoothest you can and everybody follow each other. But it looks like points wise, I can't catch Matthew, I don't think, unless something just absolutely crazy happens to him. But I'm only 2 points behind Donovan, so hopefully I can at least get second in the points.
I know it's pretty tight up there at the top of the league. Interesting to see how it plays out next week. Luck to you.
Yeah, man, thank you.
You have a great night. Enjoy that victory.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
All right, so that was Corey Sibley, our winner here tonight. And hopefully everybody enjoyed the show here tonight as we're ready to sign off and head to our next adventure. Usually you could catch me Friday night for the Cannonball series. Richard know that I'm not going to be in town much. So everybody's on the same page. Great night of racing. Definitely enjoyed it as we have everything going on here tonight. Thank you all for coming out and watching. Have a great night.